I was here earlier. I saw the fire department respond to a fire alarm going off. Hopefully they can get that door open. This street is very dirty. It needs a lot of work and to be cleaned up. I'm not really sure what's going to happen to this section of Chinatown. And here's the Manhattan Bridge and a subway passing by. What's up, everyone? I recorded this video on Sunday, January 16th, 2022. It's 4:45 in the evening, and it's 28 Fahrenheit, -2 Celsius. In this video, I'll be walking through Chinatown today, but the lesser known part of Chinatown, also the newer part of Chinatown, along East Broadway and Madison Street. Maybe we'll even head into the Two Bridges area. But I'm starting this video off at Chatham Square. This area is also codenamed Kim Lao Square, but it's a very important intersection in Chinatown. A bunch of streets merge here. Some include Oliver Street, St. James Place, Chatham Square, which becomes Bowery later on, Mott Street and Wharf Street, and East Broadway. East Broadway is over here. And this square has been renovated a few times. Eventually, when the 2nd Avenue subway is extended down here, they'll have a subway stop, but that may be years in the future. There used to be an elevated train here, the 3rd Avenue elevated, but those all got taken down and replaced with underground trains. We've got a statue of Lin Zexu here. He was very instrumental against the fight with the Opium Wars. And many people from the Fujian province of China regard him in high esteem. Actually, most people of Chinese ancestry, but particularly those from that region. And he's also facing the East Broadway section over there. And over here, the Kim Lao Square, there's a memorial here, the Kim Lao Arch, in memory of the Americans of Chinese ancestry who lost their lives in defense of freedom and democracy. This was landmarked last year in the summer, but it's in dire need of repairs. It's the first landmark in the Chinatown area celebrating Chinese American ancestry. You can see there's some cracks in the monument already, and it takes a lot of influence from a lot of the Chinese arches. Part of it is also these two benches over here. You can see even the top of this bench is missing. I don't know what happened here, but desperately needs to be renovated. Also, when I come here, I see a lot of pigeons hanging around here, and it's not very sightly to the memorial. I think this arch was installed maybe sometime in the 60s. Yeah, April 29th, 1962. I know the American Legion Post over here has been trying to get it renovated for a long time. But that arch and the benches are under the jurisdiction of the New York City Parks Department, which historically hasn't really been an easy agency to work with. But let's head over to East Broadway. There's Dim Sum Go-Go across the street. I've eaten there several times and their dim sum is excellent. Dim sum literally means touch the heart. And it's mainly a social event. You go there with a group of friends and you pick what you want to eat. They're small dishes, but they're very tasty. Hello.
Hi.
What's up?
Okay?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of you.
Thank you.
I'm watching every day.
I'm doing East Broadway today, Madison Street over here, this side.
Have a good day.
You too, take care. It's so cold. This Golden Unicorn restaurant is also very good. Actually, any of these places here, you can't go wrong. See, it's Michelin star rated. This place over here is for rent, which is unfortunate because it just shows that the economy isn't really as robust as it used to be. Sounds like the fire department's on its way down here. Actually, are they responding to this block? I hope everything's okay. Across the street is the New York Public Library branch in Chinatown. Another place to rent across the street. And there's a Romantic Paris Wedding, which I remember was open the last time I was here, and now it's a United Healthcare. But they used to sell like wedding supplies. It's tough to do business around here. There's a beauty salon. This place here, Hua Yuan Szechuan, is a fancy Chinese restaurant. I've eaten here many times. I think they're well known for their sesame noodles. You can also get some inexpensive groceries around this area. There's also several martial arts places here. Wow, there's 2 fire engines here. Looks like they're going into that store further up. I was here earlier. I saw the fire department respond to a fire alarm going off. Not in this area, but another section of Chinatown. I guess with this cold weather, it triggers a lot of alarms and they want to be safe. Let's see what's up over here. Hopefully they can get that door open. That seemed like a solid door. That's the thing with the fire department. If they don't have a way in, they'll force their way in because lives are on the line. Property damage can always be replaced, but a human life cannot. And I really respect the fire department for what they do. Over here is the East Broadway Mall. I have not been in this mall for a while. Last time I was here, it's kind of like run down, but there's yeah, it still looks kind of run down in there. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable going into the East Broadway Mall right now. But there used to be a really nice dim sum restaurant on the top floor and a lot of other fancy stores. This over here is the Manhattan Bridge. It generates a lot of noise when the subway trains run overhead, especially because it's an all metal structure. Let's go down this street. I don't really show this street too much. It's Fuzhou Street. And here comes a train right now. You're gonna hear it. There's a grocery store over here on the other side. This street is very dirty. It needs a lot of work and to be cleaned up. I see a lot of loose litter around in cardboard boxes. Now this is Henry Street. Henry Street is more residential than East Broadway. East Broadway is the main commercial stretch through this area. There's also another alley here, the Mechanics Alley. See the One World Trade Center in the background, along with the Manhattan Municipal Building and the Woolworth Building. I don't really expect to see too many of these places open right now. Look at this bamboo restaurant. Seems like it hasn't been open for years now. I know many of these people here are suffering from high rents and the high cost of doing business, and then moving to more affordable areas of the city, like Brooklyn, which has a thriving Chinatown, especially on 8th Avenue. That's where more of the new Fujianese immigrants are going to. So I think this section of Chinatown will be the first to be changing rapidly. Many of these people are getting priced out of the market, so to speak. There's a local convenience store. And there's also a bus station here. Great Wall Travel, New York to Ohio and Pittsburgh and Harrisburg. I know many of these Chinatown buses, you can get pretty inexpensive rides to wherever you need to go within driving distance. I think one time I went to Philadelphia with a Chinatown bus for like $8. That's hard to beat anywhere. Heck, even driving, if you go there, you'll pay more just to cross the bridge, just in tolls. I know this street used to be filled with hair salons. There's actually one right there, the Jin Sheng Yuan hair salon, next to the Chinese Conservative Baptist Church. This place is for sale. I'm not really sure what's going to happen to this section of Chinatown. It's kind of like many people have abandoned it already, and those that remained are struggling to survive. Well, this is a cute little sushi spot in the basement. Oh, look at that. Relocation notice. We are moving to 37 Allen Street due to we need renovation. Okay. Yes, some of these signs on these businesses, they're vandalized so much that you can't even see what it is. Here's a cafe for lease. I remember back in the 90s, this street used to be so full of life. Here's a laundromat. This laundromat has been here for a while. People always need to do their laundry. This e-bike repair spot used to be a hair salon. But I guess this is a good business to have. People always use the e-bikes for deliveries. And I would say that will be the extent of this part of Chinatown. When I go over to the left here, it's a lot more residential. The area in Manhattan known as Two Bridges, because it's right between the Brooklyn Bridge to the right and the Manhattan Bridge to the left. Here's a takeout place. It's a local bagel store. Bagel store wouldn't be open at this time of the day. It's more of a breakfast item. Here on Monroe Street, it's mostly residential. Let's head down this way. If I continue straight down Catherine Street, I'll hit the East River, and I've been there several times. Oh, there's an Amazon locker here. And this is the Knickerbocker Village, West Court. And then all across the street you have several businesses. I see a hair salon there. I'm not sure what this one is. Oh, another hair salon. Two hair salons next to each other. But one's open and the other one isn't. It's definitely very quiet around here. Not sure if this electrical contracting business is open or this seafood wholesaler. This street in general seems void of most economic activity. There's a shoe repair place in here, as well as a dry cleaners. And another entrance to a residential complex to the right. Looks very secure in here. This is Knickerbocker Eastport. At least there's a gate there, so no one can just walk in there randomly. And I guess if you're visiting someone in there, you need to be announced by security. So it's kind of like a pseudo doorman. I don't think the prices over there will be expensive as a doorman apartment, which I know are going for higher prices now compared to a traditional apartment. That's a good shot of the Manhattan Bridge. I'll also be showing the skate park right underneath it very shortly. I think this used to be a baseball field, but now it just looks like a field and not very pleasant to be in. It's kind of like abandoned, really. Just looks like a bunch of dirt and grass and nothing to indicate that it was a baseball field or anything. I wonder how often it's used. And here's the underside of the Manhattan Bridge. We'll see a bunch of skateboarders here. There was a popular skateboarding game back in the 90s called Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, I think, and then number 2. But I think one of these stages was underneath the Manhattan Bridge, and I guess it kind of draws reference to this section here. There's only like 2 people here right now. also a parking lot. And I guess I'll take a right over here on Pike Street. Pike Street will feed into Allen Street, where I was almost at before. This area is kind of strange because over here in front of me we have this tall skyscraper, and this is One Manhattan Square, luxury skyscraper. There used to be a supermarket here called Pathmark that sold their property to make this gigantic skyscraper. It kind of feels out of place to have this skyscraper next to this area where, as you can see, is very depressed in activity and residential buildings that don't really match the neighborhood. But I'll walk by it in front of the skyscraper. I'll let you see inside, and I'll probably wrap this video up over there. Definitely gets very chilly here near the water. I don't know how much they're charging for the rents in this place, the One Manhattan Square. Looks like they're still trying to fill up the retail space. I don't know what they could possibly put in here though. Maybe, hopefully, another grocery store. And let's walk up here and see if we could peek inside. There in the distance you can see the Brooklyn Bridge. Here it is, One Manhattan Square. Luxury skyscraper. You can see it's very nicely lit in there. Very fancy lobby. There's also an artificial fireplace. You can see through the curtains there. Also comfy couches. And a front desk. And in front of me is the Department of Sanitation garage. I guess this is where they keep all their salt that they use for the winter time. And here's the Manhattan Bridge and a subway passing by. That, folks, I'll be ending my video here of the eastern part of Chinatown, as well as two bridges. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already to the channel, and I will see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.